You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in and you can tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. Yeah, we about to see 60,000 subscribers. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. You already know what it is. You already know where you at. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down. Now, do me a favor, right? Hit the, wipe your feet off before you step into the big house. Yeah, wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, it's a late night live stream. Going through the DMs, I seen a few clips, and I said, you know what, why not tap in? Why not get my perspective, my thought process on this situation with Anton Daniels? Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain, y'all already know we got a love-hate relationship when it comes to Anton Daniels. You know what I mean? I absolutely respect his hustle, absolutely respect his business acumen. I love the way he gets to a bag. But at the same time, the higher up you go on the ladder to success, the further you are away from the ground, the further you are away from the people. And Anton Daniels is a prime example. He's a prime example of what happens when you go way up the ladder to success. I'm talking the corporate ladder. I mean, you getting that money, right? And you forget where you came from. You forget the struggle. Now, big salute to everybody in the DM. Like I said, I saw this clip. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick live stream and just go into this receipt in this situation with Anton Daniels. Absolutely nasty work, but there's always a message in the madness. There's always a gem. There's always pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottles. You understand what I'm saying? So I know this is a little left from what the algorithm is asking for, but it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. We not always doing it for the numbers. We ain't always doing it for the subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? It got to be pure dope, straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. So before we get into this thing, man, like I said, I ain't staying long. We going to customize the chat. You already know, man. The higher ups and the elites are working overtime. Overtime, my G. They always trying to muffle the message. They always trying to shadow ban this channel. They understand that Grown Man Business TV is a threat to the establishment. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, listen, the revolution will be televised on YouTube. the revolution will be televised right here on YouTube in these YouTube streets, all right? So before we get any further into this, before we get into this situation, I'm gonna do some customizations to the chat. And it is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. Well over 100. Hit the like button and all that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Listen, man, Anton Daniels, I ain't gonna lie, man. You gotta understand, I'm never surprised at the things that Anton will say on this app, man. You know what I mean? To get deep and get wicked, and it's always deep in the rap. And he never ceased to amaze me. He never surprises me. It's always like, and I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I already know what he gonna say when he get to talking a certain way, right? But I find myself still listening because it's amazing that a dude as black as Anton Daniels, you know what I'm saying, could be such a Uncle Tom with this. You know what I mean? As black as Anton Daniels is, he's an Oreo. He got that cream filling. You know what I mean? Homie built like a sack of laundry. You know what I'm saying? He built like the Pillsbury Doughboy and all that. You know what I'm saying? We go have some fun with this. Let me do some customizations to the chat. We gonna get right into this because The things that he said, I wanna give the solution. I wanna give the answer to. You know what I mean? It ain't really just about attacking Anton, slandering Anton. We gonna have some fun when it come to Anton Daniels. But at the same time, there is an answer. There is an answer to the things that he's saying, to the propaganda, to the narrative that he's pushing. There is an answer. And that's what you over here for. We gonna talk about this, man. Big salute to the chat. Late night live stream. We ain't doing much. You know what I mean? We doing what we do best though. Now you see that right there at the build. Listen, you see that right there at the bottom of the chat, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, doing your Twittering and all that, using your Twitter fingers to do your Twittering and commenting all in the comment section with your Twitter fingers and all that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot right here in the Realest channel on YouTube. Grown Man Business TV. We about to have a grown man conversation. All right? Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Bimmy. This ain't got nothing to do with snitching or ratting. I want to talk about us. I want to talk about, how did we get in the state that, we gonna get into this. Big salute to the chat. Now, Anton Daniels always has choice words for black people. It's so crazy to me at the fact that Anton, is black. Wesley Snipes black. Anton Daniels blacker than me. You know what I mean? He blacker than me. You feel me? Can have such choice words for the culture, such choice words for black people. And I love the fact that we're building this platform organically, and my voice is powerful, my G. My voice is more powerful than CNN. It's more powerful than Fox News. My voice is more powerful than DJ Envy, Charlemagne the God playing butt tag every day on your morning radio. I got a powerful voice. We got a strong platform. So I love the fact that I'm able to rebuttal when it come to Anton Daniels. You know what I mean? And again, I like to throw this out there and I like to make this known. Anton Daniels is a multi-millionaire. You understand what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for his hustle, for his business acumen. That side of Anton Daniels, I got a lot of respect for. But when it come to this culture, when it come to that jigaboo bootlicking, yeah, you got that bootlicking spirit. Anton Daniels got that energy, like he just, he want to get on his knees and he want to lick some boots every time he get to talking. I understand, man. Yeah, he might want to get the shucking and jiving. You get Anton Daniels in front of the right people and he'll get the shucking and jiving. That's the difference between me and you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the money, we gonna get that. We gonna set goals. We gonna knock those goals down. You know what I mean? But we gotta do this organically. Now, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I kept the receipts. I got one receipt right here. We gonna let this receipt go and we gonna elaborate on this receipt. But I want you to listen to Anton talk about black people. It is absolutely nasty work. This shit right here need to be studied, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dudes like Anton, porch monkey type of dudes, they need to be studied, man. But I could look at homie and I could see the insecurity in the Anton Daniels. When you got man breasts and all that, you got some type of insecurities about yourself. When you do a push-up and your areolas is scraping the ground, as a man, you got some insecurities about yourself. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. It be the dudes that's out of shape, that's Rick Ross. It be the dudes with the jelly rolls and the sports bras and all that. Those be the dudes that always got so much to say. And now all you got to do is have some money, and everybody will respect your pivot. Everybody will respect your angle. That's where we lost a lot of control of the culture, when we started letting money be the spearhead of what you represent. Or he got money. He don't get in the pool. When he get in the pool, he won't take his shirt off. But it's all good because he got money. Yeah, when he get in the pool, he got a white tee with his yeah. Yeah. He got a white tee on in the goddamn pool. It's 200 degrees outside because he don't want to show his man breath. He don't want his areolas all out in the public and all that. But because he got money, we go, Shorty want to ride with him. Because he got money, we need to listen to him. Nah, nah. We gonna change that narrative. You know what I'm saying? You're not even in shape physically. You ain't even fit for war. You shouldn't have no say so on the culture or anything like that. You need to be teaching classes on how to become a millionaire. That's it. You don't need to have an opinion on black people and you goddamn your blood pressure out of this world, my G. You can't do 5 sit-ups. You can't do 5 push-ups without your areolas getting dirty. Yeah, man. We gonna have some fun with this. You know what I mean? Salute to the chat, hit the like button and all that, man. We ain't staying long. Let's get into this, man. It's always a weird thing for me listening to dudes like Anton Daniels. You can't do 5 push-ups and 4 pull-ups. You can't get 4 pull-ups done, but you want to talk about what black people is and what black people ain't. Nasty work, my G. Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this right here. Let's let Anton Daniels listen to Anton. We gonna break this thing down. Big salute to the chat. Hit the like button and all that. Subscriber, you already know we well over 50,000 subscribers. Yeah, we on our way to the top. Go ahead and talk to the people, Anton. Anton, talk to the people. Look.
I think that black people are the most negative group of people that I've ever experienced in my entire life. Jeez, why do you think that? I do. It's true. Because you don't get, I get so much love from every group of people. You don't get that shit from like the same type of love. Like it's so divided. You know what I'm saying? It's so much negativity. It's so fucked up. The disposition of black people a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't experience that with other people. You just genuinely don't. Like Arabic people, they love you. White people, they love you. Chinese people, they love you. Hispanic people show love. And a segment of black people show love. But I in my life, and it don't even matter of like whether you conservative, Republican, Democrat, or whatever like that.
Hey, have you heard about the Paraquat lawsuit?
You already know how YouTube do, but I wanna make sure we listening to Anton. Listen to this shit right here. What Anton said about black people. Shit is nasty work. Let's run that back. Salute to Anton Daniels. Let's see what's going on. Go ahead, Anton. Look, they're gonna talk to the people, Anton.
I think that black people are the most negative group of people that I've ever experienced in my entire life. Jeez, why do you think that? I do. It's true. Because you don't get, I get so much love from every group of people. You don't get that shit from like the same type of love. Like it's so divided. You know what I'm saying? It's so much negativity. It's so fucked up. The disposition of black people a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't experience that with other people. You just genuinely don't. Like Arabic people, they love you. White people, they love you. Chinese people, they love you. Hispanic people show love. And a segment of black people show love. But I in my life, and it don't even matter of like whether you conservative, Republican, Democrat, or whatever like that. I can't, even people that's like blackity black, you can't, most people have experienced the negativity from people that look like them. And now, this is the honest to God truth. Like the hate that you get, the reaction videos, it don't come from white people. Yeah, that shit is always gonna come from black people. Always, always, bro.
Now I'm gonna stop right there, but we gonna let this play some more, right? Anton said that he feels like black people are the most negative people period. On the face of the globe, black people, his people, because Anton Daniels obviously is a black man, right? But he speaks as if he is outside of the black diaspora, the black culture. He's something else, right? And he said, white people show so much love. Arabic, Spanish, Latin, all these different people show so much more love than black people. And, I want to start right there. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that when they look at us as black men, I want to just speak for black men right now, right? They instantly can tell who is a warrior and who is a bootlicker. Who is a warrior and who is a porch monkey. So Anton Daniels, he feels like he gets so much love from all these different cultures because when they see Anton Daniels, they see a Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, they see a black man with breasts that is not fit for war. They see a black man that is docile. He is demure. He's softer than Dollar Tree cotton. You understand what I'm saying? And I speak and I say that because I'm the black man when they look at, they see the warrior. They absolutely fear this type of black man. Grown Man Business TV. Everything that I am, everything that I exude when you hear me talk to you, when white people see it and they feel that, when Arabic people, when whatever, when they see me, they see a threat to the establishment. When they see Anton Daniels, they see somebody dancing on the porch, bootlicking and all that. They see an easy kill. They see a black man that is not fit for war. He is financially stable. Oh yeah, he got that money, but he's softer than Dollar Tree cotton. Okay, so that's the first angle. I noticed that even when I was younger, I always noticed that when I was younger. I got a homeboy, well, I got an old friend. I ain't gonna say his name, but white people love him. White people, white women, they love him. But anytime I would come around, it would get weird. It would always get weird. And it got to the point where he stopped bringing me around his white counterparts. Not because I was doing anything or because they was doing anything, but the energy that I bring is not the energy of the Anton Daniels. It's the energy of it's that slave on a plantation that they would pick out. They would point that slave out. They would pull him out of the bunch, and they would, yeah, to make an example to the slaves like Anton Daniels. Y'all better not get like G&B TV. And I'm gonna say this before we go. It was something that I learned in due time that I can't even hide. This energy is not something that I can fake. Anytime I used to go to court, as soon as I looked in the eyes of the judge, I knew what he was about to do. I knew he was gonna give me whatever. It wasn't about to be no breaks. It wasn't about to be no leniency. And I learned that over the time, over the years, I learned that it's just something that they smell on me. They can see it. They can feel my energy. I'm that black man that is a threat to the establishment. I'm the black man that's going to lead the revolution. Anton Daniels is the black man that's yes, sir, and no, sir. Yes, sir, boss. No, sir, boss. Listen, white peoples, I love you. It's black people. They ain't got nothing to do. So I wanted to start right there. It's a warrior spirit that a lot of us black men carry. That's why it's harder for us to go up the corporate ladder. That's why it's harder for us. When we step in the room, it's like a lion stepping in a room with gazelles. It don't matter how nice I am. It don't matter how polite. It don't matter how much I pull my pants up, how good I articulate myself. They can smell the lion in me. All right. So I'm saying all that to say That's the reason why dudes like Anton Daniels always feel threatened around their own people. They only feel comfortable around white people, Arabic, some other culture. But when they come into their own environment, they feel threatened. They feel inferior. Okay, so I wanted to start there. Now, also, except for black people, again, it's not only white people that can smell that you a bootlicker, that you a porch monkey. You understand? We can smell it. We can smell it. Your own black people, when you come around us, we know you got the bag. We know the only thing that make you relevant is that you have financial gain. But we can look at you and tell you ain't fit for war. You gonna run if it pop off. We can smell that pussy. You got that pussy on you. So when you come around us, it ain't really that we negative. It's really that you softer than Dollar Tree cotton. We ain't trying to pick on you, Anton. We ain't trying to pick on you. We ain't trying to be negative. You just pussy. And it's okay. It's okay, man. Respectfully. It's a lot of y'all that's like that. My homeboy was like that. He got real nervous around black people. You know what I'm saying? When he would come to me and meet me in the hood, meet me on the block, 13, 14 niggas out there, he was very, very nervous. And his nervousness would set off the alarm of my niggas. But anytime we was around a lot of white people, oh, he was at home. That's how Anton Daniels is, and that's okay. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just giving you an answer to your question. Now, I want to say this as well. It's not that they showing you love, Anton, because when you turn your back, that's when they tell and talk about you and speak how they really feel about you. When you go around those white people, they say, "Oh, Anton Daniels, how are you doing? Is everything okay? How have you been? How is the family?" And then when you get in your car and leave, they say, "That goddamn nigger, man, goddamn Anton Daniels, look like he gained 40 pounds. Hey, Billy, did that boy, Jesus Christ, we should have gave him a sports bra. Hey, Natalie, did you got a sports? Goddamn nigger come over here talking and walking and that's how they talk about you when you leave. When you go around them Arabic people, they say, Anton, it's okay, my friend. My friend, we have plenty of gas and plenty of gas stations. Would you like to invest? And then when you leave, Anton, that goddamn black people don't marry him. Hey, Roosevelt, don't you marry that Anton Daniels. Don't you bring a black man into this house. If you bring a black man into this house, we will disown you. That's how they talk. So again, because I got the warrior spirit, I'm never fooled by the fake love. I'm never bamboozled because they smile in my face. I understand the conversations that's being had when I leave out the building. When I leave off the premises, I understand the conversations change up. Anton, you green, my G. See, again, you got the money, but that you got to know something. Money don't make the man. The man makes the money. In your situation, the money is what's making the man. The only reason why you can talk like this, the only reason why people even open a ear is because they know you got that bag. Respectfully. When it comes to the big dogs, the man make the money. The money never make the man. In your situation, the money is making the man. Without the money, Anton, nobody would listen to a word you had to say, my G. Yeah, when you walk out the room, the Latinos say, uno, dos, tres, acá Milano. They fucking Milano come in here, they nigra, man. Don't to that way to be uto masema, uto balaita, sagrata, baranta, uto rarito, scarana. That's how they talk about you. Respectfully. Okay? Now, again, man, when I, you know, I don't turn a blind ear to Anton Daniels because dudes like that I can still learn from. You know, like I said, it never surprises me when I hear certain things that Anton is saying. Okay, so first and foremost, you got to know them people is showing you fake love, my G. When you walk out the room, they talk about your black ass. Yeah, yeah, you. That ain't real love, my G. And it's okay because it's two different types of black men. It's two different types, my G. You got the field nigga and you got the house nigga. You got the slave that's gonna live inside the house, and then you got the runaway slave. I'm a runaway slave. You a house nigga. I'm a runaway slave. Okay? So you gonna have you gonna eat a little bit better. They gonna make sure you got some better clothes. You gonna be able to live in the house with the master. You gonna be a part of the matrix. You're successful. I'm the nigga that's gonna run. I might even get on some Nat Turner shit. Like I'm a threat to the establishment. Yeah, I might not just run off the plantation. I might run up in the house and get on my Nat Turner and then yeah. I'm a threat, my G. And they can smell it on me before I even open my mouth. As soon as they look me in the eyes, as soon as a white man look me in the eyes, he know we are not the same. We are not the same. And again, these things is nothing wrong with the dialogue. It's nothing wrong with you speaking your propaganda and pushing your narrative, but it's nothing wrong with me countering that neither. It's nothing wrong with me giving some context. So it don't, cause you just be disrespecting. Black people are the most negative people I've ever come across. Let's let this go. I'm gonna let this receipt go a little bit more, and we're gonna address that. The negativity that you feel like black people have. Now, I already touched on it. It's not really negativity for the most part. The energy that you feel is just a warrior spirit. When you feel that warrior spirit, you feel inferior. You feel defensive. You feel attacked. You feel like it's a negative energy because you ain't on that frequency. You ain't fit for war, my G. You don't get in the pool with your shirt off. Always be wary of a grown man that get in the pool with his white tee on. Like it's a goddamn wet shirt contest or something like that. Yeah. I'm the type that's gonna come out my shirt and I'm gonna jump off the yacht directly into the water. You the type that's gonna keep your white tee on and have a wet t-shirt contest with your areolas protruding out the wet tee and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you the type dude that's gonna keep your white tee on. Try to put a wife beater up under that to keep control of your breasts so they ain't flopping and jumping all around and all that when you get in the water. So when you come around me, you feel like it's a negative energy and it's really a warrior spirit. To the ladies out there, understand the difference. Understand the difference between a man with money that wears a shirt in the pool and a man that get his money that got a warrior spirit. Go ahead and talk. I want to let these guys on this panel talk just a little bit more. Big salute to the chat. Well over 400. Run the likes up. Hit the subscriber button and all that. Look.
You got to ask yourself why. Like, who? Like, this ain't no black race card, but like, in society or humanity, who has like had the most reason to be negative?
No matter what the circumstance, no matter who it is.
No, I'm just saying, like, throughout history, like, if you are programmed literally to get the shit end of the stick for so long, then it's hard to look forward to great things. No, and this ain't going back to Miley. Go back on mute, Miley. Go back on mute. This ain't going. Stop being victims, bro. No. It's not about no. Man, it's all of this program shit. It's like no. It is 2025, bro. Do you know when I was in like I remember elementary school and middle school, niggas was saying, dog, by the time y'all graduate, it's gonna be flying cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the year 2000 was supposed to be like, oh shit, that's the future. Nigga, we in 2025 and niggas is still talking this oppression bullshit. It's not oppression. Anton, listen. The niggas wrong, man. My nigga, no, it's not a victim shit. Listen, if y'all have literally sucked the blood out of this one, the fuck is y'all talking about? White people is poor as fuck. It's people poor everywhere. We get that. And some white people are extremely fucking negative. The poor ones. Now, let's go to just the fuck, you never been around them. You never been die. Okay. Go to the trailer parks. I've been to the trailer parks. Anton, listen, bro, there's a scientific study that'll show you if you always getting fucked over, then you always think you gonna get fucked over. That leads to negativity. I'm so tired of this victim shit.
Can we just really quickly, 2K, can you just for me, Jesus Christ. Just for me, can you define what getting effed over really means? Like, give me an example of a day-to-day how somebody gets effed over as...
I've seen plenty of power banks over my feet.
All right, so I'm gonna let that run some more, right? But that's what I mean when I say, like, I would love to be on the panel because the dude, Guru or 2K, whatever his name is, right? 2K, he's not able to articulate himself in a proper manner, right? He's becoming frustrated because he's not able to get his point across in the manner that he hears it in his head. See, he hears something in his head, right? But now you got to transfer that from your mind to your mouth to the, you know what I mean, into reality. You got to be able to speak what's on your mind, articulate yourself correctly when it's time to do that. So when you start, so homie's becoming he's irritated because he's not able to articulate himself, but what he is saying is correct. So, you know, let's let my man talk just a little bit more. I'm gonna let the receipt go, and then we gonna get back into a big salute to the chat.
Listen, all this is
no, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just trying to really give me.
Okay, all of this is hypothetical. Okay, if you wake up in a shitty situation, you wake up in a trailer park, you go to a shitty school, you put on shitty clothes, you eat shitty food, you go to a shitty job, then you come back to that shitty trailer park. Your overall outlook on life is going to be shitty. You ain't gonna wake up happy and optimistic that something great is going to happen. Everything gets shitty through the lens of your view.
You know what's so funny about that?
That is true. You know what's so funny about that? Do you see people in jail with glamorified hope and great aspirations in life? No.
I've seen people who got them a trailer park and were so happy because they weren't homeless.
This science, y'all. Despite what y'all say, this is science. If you put a nigga in a fucked up situation,
it's not a mindset.
Sure, bro. You know what's so funny about that?
Well, everybody who lives in a trailer park is not upset.
When I was growing up, I didn't know that I was poor. Like, we were happy because we was like, yo, we getting it. Bro, if you got an old school, a Caprice, a Cutlass, a Monte Carlo, a Regal, or any of that shit, and you got some D's on that bitch, nigga, you was like, I'm winning. I didn't even know that we were poor until after I was no longer really poor. Like, even when I was getting money at first, I was like, nigga, I'm hood rich. Like, I'm rich, nigga. Like, you know, you go back through the hood, you stun, you got you a Trailblazer SS, nigga. I'm good. Like, all right, let me stop him right there, because that's what I mean when I say, like, he just be talking circles around the people in this panel, which I understand that's why the people that's on this panel is on this panel. Homie, you definitely knew you was broke. Because if you didn't think you was broke, then you would have never thought that you had to go get no money in the first place.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a contradiction right there. When I was growing up, I didn't even know we was broke. I didn't know we was broke until I started not being broke. Well, why the fuck would you have to stop being broke if you never thought you was broke in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You knew you was broke. That's why you got up and started going to get money and got the caprice with the rims and all that he was talking about. So again, like if you ain't if you ain't if you ain't got it up here, you're not gonna be able to even have this conversation. You know what I mean? If listen, I understand when you grow up, you don't really know that you're poor. You don't know that you're poor until you can't get the Jordans, until you go to school. Most of us, we didn't know we was living in poverty until we stepped into the classroom. And now you got all these different students to compare yourself and your situation to. You know what I'm saying? Your sneakers is coming from Payless. Your sneakers is coming from Kmart. You know what I mean? Taquan, shit, he got the J's, he got the Allen Iversons. Little Johnny over there, he got some nice little Vans on, but little Johnny got a pool in his backyard. It's a big difference. You start weighing out situations. Okay? That's first and foremost. But what my man was trying to explain about the negativity part. Now, excuse me, I already gave y'all the first angle. Yeah, I said Kmart. You gotta, I'm showing my age right now. I'm showing my age. I said Kmart. A lot of you youngsters don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of you youngsters don't even know what I'm talking about when I say Kmart. Yeah, before it was Walmart, it was Kmart. Hey, it just is what it is. Before Walmart ever existed, we had Kmart. But I digress, right? I don't want to get off track. I gave y'all the first angle with the negativity, right? Dudes like Anton Daniels and white people and a lot of these other cultures, that dog fur, right? They confuse a warrior spirit with negative energy. When they get in the presence of a black man with a warrior spirit, they automatically say, "Oh, he's a thug." Oh, you feel that negative energy coming off that goddamn black man right there? Oh, that's a whole heap of negative energy. A whole heap, right? Because this energy, this warrior spirit, yeah, it's different. It's different. So it's not just white people that feel like it's negative or feel inferior or feel threatened by it. It's dudes like Anton Daniels within our own culture that feel when they step in a room or when they get in a space where there's black men all around, they become scared. They become inferior. They become threatened. Okay, that's the first angle of this negative energy, right? But let's go to another angle of it where he's trying to explain where a lot of this negative energy might come from. See, Anton Daniels will say that black people are negative, but he will never want to talk about where does it come from? How did it start? What is the root of the situation? Black people ain't just been no negative. We ain't just got negative culture. We don't. That's the type of culture. When you spend this much time around a dog fur, when you spend this much time and energy around the dog fur, some of their ways start to grow on you. Some of the things that they do, it starts to grow on you. See, let's go back into the early 1900s, right? You know, the whole situation with the, Emancipation Proclamation and all that, slavery was abolished, right? And black people, because we had no negative energy, we took our energy and we went over there and we started building communities, Rosewood, Usitica Village, out there in New York City, goddamn, Usitica Village, huh? Right? Rosewood, goddamn, Black Wall Street. We just went and started doing our own thing, and then we were attacked, right? We were attacked by the dog fur. The dog fur burned down our villages, burned down our cities, burned down our communities, and offered us government assistance, projects, government housing. Facts over feelings. Appreciate that 20-piece nugget. You already know how we giving it up, and you absolutely know how we putting it down, right? And then hanging. See, after years of being tortured, being burned at the stake, being ate, because you know, white people used to be cannibals. They were eating black people in slavery. Y'all know that, right? After hundreds of years of being tortured, now you got something called generational trauma. Now I want to speak to that because I feel like nobody talks about that. And as you know, as much money as Anton Daniels has, you would think he would know something about generational trauma. You know, let me give you an example, right? I seen an experiment on YouTube where there was free grazing cows. You know, there are cows that they just free graze. They're not held up on a farm. They're on a 100, 200 acre ranch and they can free graze. They can walk hundreds of miles, right? They took some of these cows and they put them in electrical fences. These cows didn't know anything about electrical fences. So they went up against the fence, they got electrocuted. Some of the cows that were pregnant, they ended up having their calves, right? When they had those calves automatically knew not to touch that fence. The trauma from their mother being electrocuted passed on to the baby in the womb. So when those baby cows were born, they automatically knew we ain't going to fucking around with them fences over there. It's called generational trauma that is being passed down from generation to generation. So you got our ancestors being hung, being tortured. You got our ancestors being, traumatized by the KKK. You got our ancestors being shot down by police officers. Trauma being passed down genetically. Now this is what we have. We got young black men with a warrior spirit that don't know what to do with that trauma, with that rage, with that anger. And I want to be very honest with you, because when you listen to dudes like Anton and certain people, they always say, work hard, nothing's holding you back. Just go out there, go get it, and grind. And I agree with that. You know, we could get, we make the reality we want the reality to be. When the download, that's what it is. But I need you to understand that money don't fix the trauma. That's where a lot of people get it confused. See, they got us so brainwashed that they got us thinking currency is all we need. Oh, as long as you're chasing a bag, chasing your career, everything's gonna be all right. Oh, go out there and make this money. As long as you make this money, you'll be happy. And then what happens is these people get this money, and what they realize is, shit, that ain't enough, my G. It's genetically passed down. The trauma is genetically passed down. You ever wonder why something could happen and you feel that, you feel that rage in you? You ever wonder when you go to work and your boss with that dog first say something to you and you overreact and you don't even know why you so mad? It's because your ancestors are screaming through your DNA. Your ancestors that was hung, that was burned at the stake, that was castrated. They used to castrate black men, cut their dick off. That's what castrate mean if you don't know. I'm just trying to give you some game. I mean, white men used to hunt black men, tie them up, and cut and castrate them. That means cut off the Johnson and all that. Where you think that energy go? You think it's just, we already know energy don't die, right? I mean, y'all at least know that, don't y'all? I mean, if you in tune with this channel, you at least know that energy don't die, right? So where did that energy go? It's genetic, it's in your DNA. I understand why I'm a warrior. I understand why I use this baritone, why I talk like this. I understand why I'm a threat to the establishment, because my ancestors in my DNA, they rage out. It's the ancestors that let the downloads download. The ancestors is the reason I can see through the smoke and mirrors. So it's a understatement when dudes like Anton or white people or Mexican and Latino people or Arabic people, when they say, oh, black people are just angry. Oh, why are black people so angry? Because we all been robbing us, killing us, torturing us for hundreds of years, all the way to present day. You ever went to work and wondered to yourself, like, man, this shit is highway robbery. They got you working, they taxing your money. You go to buy food, they taxing your money that already been taxed. You go to buy gas, they taxing your money that already been taxed, You buy property, they taxing you. Everything we do, you ain't never felt like this shit ain't right. You ain't never felt like angry about that, like knowing that you being robbed every day of your time and your essence to pay for things that the earth gives us for free. The universe, the Most High, gives us electricity for free, fruit for free, water for free, air for free. All this shit come from the Most High, and somehow you got dog fur having people taxing us for some shit that they don't even. I'm only breaking it down like this because you gotta hear it like this. Because if you don't understand it like this, then dudes like Anton Daniels will say, oh, black people are angry. There's no reason for you to be angry. There's no reason for a black person. It is 2025. Why would you still? Because those situations haven't been repaid, homie. All the bodies, all the slaves, all the people that was thrown out those boats, all the people that was hung from trees, ladies, kids, elderly, and men. Nobody has repaid the debt for that energy. That's an unpaid debt that we live with every day. Whew. Whew. Think about it. Think about it. So the audacity of an Anton Daniels, the audacity of a white person or Arabic person or any person to ever say out their mouth, why are black people so angry? Why? Like you don't know why. Yeah, that's why y'all trying to erase history. That's why y'all don't want to teach black history. That's why y'all burning books. Y'all destroying knowledge. Because y'all are doing anything possible to hide the answer to the why. Y'all are doing any and everything possible to hide the answer to the why. Why are black people so upset? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Oh, I'm different. All right? Now I'm gonna let them talk just a little bit more. But again, you gotta have a yin to the yang. It's only right that we have dudes like Anton Daniels to talk like this so that warrior spirited men like myself can counter. We can answer respectfully. You know what I'm saying? This is all respectfully. This is that dialogue. Let's let my man go ahead and talk a little bit more. But it is what it is, and it'll hit the like button and all that. Look.
we didn't know that I didn't know that that wasn't even no money. And so we was happy as fuck. Like we was happy. And it's like, no matter what state you in now, it's like, oh man, like, no, that's not even a real thing what 2K is saying as far as people programmed to feel like that's not true, bro. Like, we didn't even know that shit. We just had a good time. We hooped. It was just fun times, bro. And now it's like, the more money and opportunity we get, the more negative niggas just became.
That's because the more niggas ain't getting the money. Like, Anton, okay, the time you are talking about is when money didn't matter. You talking about elementary.
Money always mattered.
No. Money didn't matter to you in elementary. Money didn't matter to you in middle school because you didn't have to spend it. You didn't have to get it. You ain't have
talking about. Like, money has always mattered to everybody.
No, it didn't. There was points of time in our life, money did not matter. Money didn't matter in elementary. Money didn't matter in middle school. Money started to get turned into a huge thing in fucking high school when we start to figure out we ain't have none.
Okay.
So are you talking to middle-aged people or elementary people?
Nigga,
no, you're not. So these negative people are people that's in real life realizing that their life is shitty.
Nigga, how did money matter? Money always mattered.
But not to us. We didn't have to spend it. We didn't need it.
What the fuck is you talking about, 2K?
How much money did Anton need in elementary? What was your expenses?
You talking about me in elementary school?
What was your expenses?
I'm talking about black people in general.
Anton, you telling me about a time. You telling me
always wanted to. Nigga, I had a. You telling me had a poster of a Lamborghini on my wall when I was in elementary school.
Okay, but you had no money to get it. Okay, so
nigga, I still wanted it.
Oh, Anton, listen.
Nigga, I knew it when my mama took me to the store and bought me them goddamn XJ900s and them Stadias. And I wanted some, nigga, I wanted U-Wings and Jordans. I got XJ900s and Stadias. And we went on the basketball court and them bitches was sliding. Nigga, I knew what the fuck money was. I ain't dumb. And I knew what it was when I wanted some Jodeci boots.
Listen.
The fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I know what money is. Everybody know what money is. Even children know what money. Nigga, children know what money is.
Okay.
Yeah, man. No, like since we was younger, maybe it was because we was 80s babies. Nigga, money mattered. Always. It always mattered. I don't give a fuck. What? Man, like, it was a thing, like, at least when I was in school, if you saw somebody paying for their lunch with money, like, that's just real talk. If you saw somebody paying with lunch with their own money, that mean they wasn't on free lunch. They didn't have free lunch. They didn't have free lunch. That mean they had money.
Oh, y'all got free lunch?
Money was always in the equation. Money was always in the equation.
I hated that shit.
So let me again, the homie 2K, he ain't really articulate like that, but I understood what he was saying, right? And Anton understood what he was saying as well. But Anton will contradict himself to make himself sound right instead of just going with the dialogue. You understand what I'm saying? Because he contradicted himself. Anton just was saying, money wasn't no thing. He ain't even know he was poor, X, Y, and Z until he had got old enough to get some money. Now he's saying money always mattered. Well, if money always mattered, then you knew you was poor, you knew you was rich at an early age. Simple, my G. Like you can't play both sides of the fence. But let's just go into what they was, as an 80s baby, right? We grew up in a golden era. When we was growing up as 80s babies, we didn't know that all this technology was coming. That shit was like the movies, you know what I'm saying? It was like Terminator 2 or the Jetsons, the cartoon, right? It was like we didn't know what the future held. Now that we know what the future is and we are living in the future, right? I really understand just how much of a golden era we lived in. So Anton Daniels was kind of describing that. Like when we used to just go outside and play basketball. We used to go outside and play football. We wasn't worried about no computers. We didn't have nothing to distract us. We were outside, my G. Niggas did not want to be in the house. You understand what I'm saying? we didn't have a care in the world. There was a time where I remember, like, you know, just being a kid. My mom is gonna make sure dinner's on the stove. I'm gonna run around with my homies all day. We gonna go to the lake. We gonna go get dirty. We playing at the park. We playing basketball. We at the rec center. 8, 9 o'clock. Yo, let me tell you something. My mom was the only one who did this in the neighborhood, right? Around like 7:30, 8 o'clock when the sun was going down and the street lights came on, you know, I'm a young boy. All boy. It wasn't like back in the day where y'all dudes with the transgender and we didn't want to play with doll babies. We was outside getting dirty at the lake, doing all that. My mom would come outside if I wasn't already at the my mom would come outside, stand on the porch and scream my name. I'm talking, I could be all the way on the other side of the neighborhood with my little homies. And my mom would scream my name. And everybody would look at me and be like, oh shit, nigga, you gotta go home. And I used to be like, damn, I gotta go home. And then me, maybe my cousin, we'll go to my house. Or sometime my homies Joe and Romaine, right? They'd be like, yo, I'ma just say G and B because I don't ever give my real name, right? They'd be like, yo, G and B, did you ask your mom if we could spend the night? I'd be like, nah, come with me. And we'll all go to my house. And I say, Mom, can Joe and Romaine spend the night? And she'll say, did you ask Joe and Romaine's mom? And I say, okay, we gonna go to, cause we didn't have cell phones. You know what I mean? We'll go to Joe's house, ask his mom, and then we'll come back. My mom used to come on the porch and say, like that shit was, you know what I mean? We lived in the golden era. And there was a time where, you know, at our young age, because we didn't have this technology, we didn't really know the value of a dollar. We didn't know the value of a dollar. And as you grew, just like Anton was saying, now that he's trying to be honest, he contradicting himself. Now that once you start growing and you want the Allen Iversons or you want the Patrick Ewings or you want the Michael Jordans and your mama ain't buying that shit, you start understanding that we ain't got it. So all of that, the more money niggas get, blah, blah, blah. Listen. The more money niggas get, the more opportunities we get, the more devilish it get. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing they could do to stop us, obviously. But all the hurdles they put in front of black people, redlining, Jim Crow, slavery, etc. We still find a way to pass down generational wealth. We still find a way to become millionaires, become billionaires. There's nothing they could do to stop us, but different levels, different devils. Different levels bring different devils. So the more money we get don't mean the more happy you get. The more money and more resources you obtain, you realize it's just more ways that you're going to have to spend it. Think about this shit, right? You go to work 7 days a week. You get your paycheck, and they already took a quarter of your paycheck out for federal, state, and Medicare taxes. You know what I mean? More money you make, the more taxes you pay. The bigger the property you own, the more property taxes you fucking pay. That every level is more devils. So, I mean, for me, I just wanted to address that. You know, when dudes like this talk, man, you got to be able to articulate yourself and you got to be able to have done your due diligence. You need to have been able to do your research. You ain't going to be able to just talk to a dude like Anton and you ain't really got your I's dotted and your T's crossed. That ain't really how it work. I'm going to let these dudes talk a little bit more. Big salute to the chat. And then we going to do what we do best, man. But, you know, it needed to be said. It needed to be addressed because you got to understand something, man. It's not just, listen. It's not just the white man It's not just the Arabic man. The real enemy is coming from within, my G. The real threat and the real enemy to what we got going on, to who we are as a people. The real threat to black men, for the most part, is another black man. The real threat to the slaves that were trying to run off the plantation, to the warrior spirit, was another slave telling the master, yo, them niggas trying to run. Nat Turner got caught because one of his black homies, another slave, told on him. Yeah. At the highest level, we being attacked from all angles, my G. Yeah, that Arabic person that Anton was talking about, they smile in your face, but you ain't gonna marry his daughter. Yeah, that white person that Antoine was talking about, that show all that love to him, yeah, he smiles in your face, but you ain't about to marry his niece, little homie. That Mexican homie that show Anton all that fake love, yeah, when you turn your back, he let his daughter know, you bet not never bring one of them niggas into this house. And then that same nigga, Anton Daniels, will come on these platforms. You know, Anton got real rich off the urban community. Anton got 1 million+ subscribers off of niggas. Anton got 400,000-500,000 subscribers on his other channel off of niggas. That's how it go. That's how it's supposed to go. We are been, man, I'm gonna let them talk a little bit more, but I'm telling you, B, I'm telling you. Why would they have to say it out loud when they got dudes like Anton Daniels in position? Yeah, they could. God, how are you doing, GMB TV? Oh, I love your content, love your work, man. Yeah, I know you talk about the dog fur. I don't mind. Oh, I'm not offended. Don't you worry. GMB, keep on doing what you do. Oh, I love black people. GMB TV, listen, I got black friends. I got a couple of black friends. We go play pickleball together and we play volleyball. Me and my black friends, yeah. And then they pay a Anton Daniels to push the agenda. Or y'all thought I ain't know how it go? Y'all thought I fell for the double cross when I always tell you to pay attention to the triple cross. Y'all thought I ain't know what was going on? Oh, I have a gang of black friends, Anton. Oh, GMB TV, you know I have one of my favorite black friends. His name is Anton Daniels. Oh, he has 1 million subscribers on the YouTube network. Have you heard of him? Oh, I love his content. His name, we play pickleball together, me and Anton Daniels. We keep our white t-shirts on when we get in the jacuzzi together. We don't want our areolas touching. Go ahead and talk to the people, Anton. Talk! Look!
I hated taking that form.
I thought that was so wrong.
Yeah.
They gave the kids at our school the tickets and stuff. It was like, yeah, it's a little bit of a
so it was money was always it was always a thing. Now, where I do agree with 2K at is that I think everybody is negative. But the thing is,
Okay, today it looks like we're going to...
we see more from our own people because these are the people we're around the most of the time. So they feed us more negativity than other groups. So if you take a white person in a white circle, he'll probably be saying the same thing. All I get from these white dudes is negativity. When I go over here, these black dudes show me love. It could be the same scenario.
I ain't everybody that shit. Not even online. It's honest to God truth.
No, I seen white dudes say, like, you know, people treat them a certain way.
That may be true. I just ain't never seen it, bro.
I seen it, but I seen black people.
Black girls.
No, I seen black dudes who ain't never really got no negativity from nobody. My dude Max, he don't really get negativity from nobody, but he move a certain type of way. Whereas he kind of tune things out and he live his life a certain way. You know, but so I think it's more so who we put ourselves around too. If we put ourselves around the wrong people, they're gonna be negative. And like on the internet, that's all this shit is. It's a cesspool for negativity.
Right.
That's all you see. And it don't matter what group. Cause if you go in the comments, like I remember it was this one film with Columbus Short. And Lawrence Fishburne was in it. And Lawrence Fishburne was married in that movie. They never showed the wife.
I usually know what this movie is.
It was about the robberies, the Brinks truck robberies. I can't think of the name of it right now. But
Yeah, we gonna let you think of that. Trooper 69, I see you in the chat with it. Do my G big wrenches. Highly appreciate that. You already know that we running these numbers up, man. We doing what we do. You know, it's late, man. So we gonna close out with this. It's two different type of black men, homie. When you look into the eyes of an Anton Daniels, you can see the inferiority. You can see how inferior he is. You can see how soft, his body is built like a sack of laundry. He built like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You know, my man Anton Daniels is built like the Michelin Man. Y'all remember the Michelin Man with all the tires and all that? You just want to, when you look at an Anton, then you just want to poke him right there in his belly, you know. Yeah. And you just poke him right there in his Pillsbury Doughboy, and and ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you get that paper and you get that money and you start feeling yourself and you start thinking you could talk like somebody, boy, hey. Anton Daniels, the type of dude used to be in the back of the classroom, quiet as a church mouse, trying to stay low so we don't look back there and get the joking and cracking on him, and maybe a bully might get the bullying on him. He was the dude in the back of the class that had no opinion and had nothing to say. You get that money, this internet, now you talking freely from the comfort of your own home, and I respect that. I respect that. But Anton Daniels is the dude you already know. Shorty, the money has made the man when it come to Anton. Always remember, man, you a man first. Not only are you a man first, but you a black man before anything. Before the money, fame, fortune, you are a black man before anything. Yeah, still nigga. Don't never, ever let it get confused. Don't ever get confused or played out of position to think that money is a protection or a shield. All right? One false move, I guarantee you this. If Anton Daniels ever start talking like me, it will be humiliation ritual that takes place afterwards. If Anton Daniels ever stops disrespecting black people, I guarantee you 4 white women come out the woodworks and say Anton Daniels been doing what he was doing to him. I guarantee you a Bill Cosby situation takes place if Anton Daniels ever grows a backbone. If he ever grows a backbone. That's why I came in the game like this. They don't expect me to do nothing more or nothing less than what I always been doing on this application. Yeah, I came in the game. I built this shit organically. I don't want you to ever think I'm an Anton Daniels. And don't worry, homie. Oh, the money is coming. I ain't one of your little YouTubers in the back closet making YouTube videos. I ain't one of the... Come on, man. You already know how I give it up. And you absolutely know how I put it down. I ain't one of the little, we in the big house right now. But it's always more to get. There's always more to obtain. There's always more money, more resources that we strive for every day. But you gotta know something. Before I get on the level of an Anton Daniels, before I get 1 million subscribers, before we take it to the next level, I need everybody, especially the establishment, especially the higher ups and the elites to know, oh, I'm all nigga. I'm all nigga, and I speak for my people. And I ain't, no, this ain't saucy. I ain't getting in the pool with no shirt on. Yeah, you and your wife out there with the dog fur, I'ma rip this motherfucking shirt off right in front of her. Yeah, that dog fur gonna stand up. Yeah, I'ma rip this six-pack out right in front of that dog fur. And I'm getting in the pool. I'm not one of them. And I needed you to know that. I needed you to know that before we go to the next level. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm that dude that's gonna rip my shirt off right in front of the dog fur. That dog fur gonna stand up like it was like it was static electricity running through that dog fur. Oh, Sally, what's going on? What's going on with your hair, Sally? Sally, what the fuck? Why is your hair? I ain't nothing like an Anton Daniels. Yeah, I'm like a Mandingo warrior. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a Mandingo warrior. Anton Daniels, porch monkey. Yeah. It's a big goddamn difference when a Mandingo warrior walk over there to the pool and take his, I'm going to take my shirt off. Anton Daniels, he going to have his man areolas all in his white tee. It's going to be a wet t-shirt contest all in the pool and all that. Got the babies looking at you sideways because your big black ass in the pool with a white t-shirt on and all that. You all in the pool with a wife beater. Yeah, nigga done got in the pool with his wife beater on, trying to keep control of his areolas and all that. I'm just having some fun with this shit now. I'm just motherfucking with you, man. I'm just saying, man. Don't get mad at me. The truth is the truth, baby. You ain't never got in the pool without your goddamn wife beater or your white tee or having a wet t-shirt contest and all that. Got the babies asking me why he, hey, Daddy, why does he have his shirt on in the pool? Don't worry about that, Junior. Don't even worry about that. But Daddy, why do he have his shirt on in the pool, Daddy? You over there trying to have a good time and your motherfucking nipples is peeking all through the goddamn t-shirt and all that. Got the babies asking me questions about why you all in the pool with your goddamn shirt on and all that. But then you want to talk gangster about black people all on the internet. How about this? You give me pointers on how to get to 1 million, and I give you pointers on how to do 5 pull-ups. You give me some advice. We could have dialogue about how I can get my channel to 1 million subscribers, and I'll teach you how to do 5 push-ups without your breasts scraping all in the dirt and all that. I'll show you how to do 5 pull-ups without dirt patches and dirt stains all over where your breast is at when you do your push-ups and all that. I can show you how to do this, son. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat. You just gotta understand that it's a difference, man. It's a warrior spirit and it's an inferior spirit. I'm an example of that warrior spirit. It's a reason why they show you so much love in your face and then they talk crazy about you behind your back. It's a reason for that. They can't even fix their face to show me that kind of love when they feel inferior and they feel scared when they can sense that warrior spirit. All right? Big salute to the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button. Y'all already know where y'all at. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV, man. You know, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, yeah. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing, and we not dressing nothing up. Listen, man, I'm only here to give it to you straight raw, my G. Pure dope. Yeah, pure, the purest on YouTube. You ain't gonna find no dope, no purer than this. Yeah, you know, no fentanyl, no quinine, no baking soda. We ain't whipping that dope and we ain't counter whipping that dope. I'ma give it to you straight raw. This is the purest dope on YouTube, my G. The purest. It ain't another lane on YouTube with some dope as pure as this. These other dudes got that Reggie Miller. They got that bunk. They got that doodle smoke. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't even Zaza. This is pure dope. Product supply. What it do, my G? I see you in the chat. All right? So listen, man. It's nothing wrong with dudes like Anton Daniels speaking a part, speaking a narrative, pushing a propaganda. But it's only a problem when grown men like myself, grown black men with warrior spirit, do not counter or do not answer to that. It's only a problem when we let that narrative become truth. Yeah, a lie uncountered becomes the truth. So when I see these clips in my DM, I'm going to take time out my day and I'm going to address that. Stand on your warrior spirit. Don't let the man make the money. Remember, the money never made the man. The man always made the money. Always move like that. We gonna get this paper, but you a man first, my G. All right? The warrior spirit. The reason why it's hard, the reason why, because we got dudes within our own culture that's shooting at us. We, you know, what Tupac had a ill line when he said, he said, the white man, I ain't the white man, ain't the man I should fear when it's my own brothers doing all the killing here. Yeah. Don't get it confused. The higher ups in the elites, that dog fur, they set up a whole matrix. They set up a whole play. A whole situation where we don't even got to look at the white. It's Anton Daniels. It's the motherfuckers with the money, the Jay-Z's, all these gatekeepers with all this money. They don't even understand how to liberate their people because they ain't warrior spirited. All the house niggas got the paper. All the house niggas getting the millions. That's why they don't know how to liberate their people. All the warriors get assassinated. Oh, yeah. Nipsey Hussle, Tupac Shakur, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale. I mean, listen, man, do your research. A lot of y'all know about Nipsey Hussle and Tupac. Y'all might not know about Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, and Bobby Seale. Well, listen, I got that warrior spirit. But I ain't here. I'm a rare breed. I'm way different. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest.